What if everything you believed about love was incomplete? What if love wasn't about possession, control, or even about being loved in return? Imagine for a moment a kind of love that liberates rather than confines, that nurtures without demanding, and that thrives not on attachment, but on profound compassion and boundless freedom. This isn't the kind of love we often see portrayed in movies or romanticized in songs. Instead, it's the love that Buddhist and Zen teachings have illuminated for centuries. In a world dominated by fleeting connections and self-centered desires, understanding love beyond attachment is not just a lesson, it's a practice, a journey into the depths of our humanity. True love, according to the Buddha's wisdom, is an art that requires mindfulness, patience, and selflessness. It is both humbling and transformative, turning the focus away from "what can I gain?" to "how can I serve?" This exploration isn't about denying the beauty of relationships or the joy of connection. Instead, it invites us to view love through a new lens, one that prioritizes the growth and liberation of others as much as our own. As you embark on this journey, you'll encounter profound truths, timeless stories, and practical insights that redefine what it means to truly love. Prepare to step away from conventional notions and into a deeper understanding of love that transcends attachment, revealing a path to fulfillment that is as freeing as it is transformative. Are you ready to uncover the essence of love that nurtures the soul? Section 1. Understanding love beyond attachment. Modern interpretations of love often equate it with possession or control. Relationships are frequently measured by proximity or conformity to societal expectations. However, Zen teachings reveal that true love is neither about keeping someone close nor about fulfilling personal desires. It is about nurturing the other's spirit without seeking to bind them. The Buddha's teachings emphasize that love is a practice, an art that requires mindfulness, patience, and selflessness. By detaching from ego-driven motives, love becomes a form of liberation rather than a source of suffering. Compassion and freedom serve as the foundation for this practice. True love liberates rather than confines. It allows individuals to grow, evolve, and pursue their own paths without the constraints of attachment. In Zen, this concept is often illustrated through nature. Consider a flowing river. It nourishes life along its course without clinging to any single form. Similarly, love that is free of attachment allows the beloved to thrive. Compassion, the heart of love beyond attachment, is the ability to understand and share in another's joys and struggles without imposing our own desires upon them. This deep empathy fosters a connection rooted in mutual respect and understanding, rather than control. Equally essential is the gift of freedom, which is often misunderstood as indifference. In truth, freedom represents the ultimate trust and respect, allowing someone the space to make their own choices and follow their own path. It calls for letting go of fear and embracing impermanence, recognizing that love thrives when unshackled. To cultivate love beyond attachment, it is crucial to approach relationships with mindfulness and selflessness. Begin by observing how your expectations shape interactions. Let go of ego-driven motives and instead prioritize the well-being of others. Embrace the transient nature of moments, cherishing the present without clinging to it. Finally, engage in loving-kindness meditation as a tool to strengthen selfless love, extending compassion both inwardly and outwardly. As we delve deeper into this journey, let's explore how these principles manifest in stories and real-life examples, offering insights into the transformative power of love that transcends attachment. Section 2. The Tale of Compassion and Freedom. Nestled in the heart of a dense forest stood a serene monastery, a haven of wisdom and peace. One day, a young seeker, weighed down by unrequited love and worldly attachments, arrived at its gates. His face bore the marks of sorrow and his spirit was restless. An elderly monk greeted him warmly and, sensing his turmoil, guided him to a gentle stream that meandered through the monastery grounds. The monk began his lesson by pointing to the stream. "Observe," he said, "how the water nourishes the trees, quenches the thirst of animals, and carries fallen leaves without clinging or discriminating. This is the essence of compassion, to give selflessly without expectation or attachment." Over the next few days, the seeker spent hours by the stream, reflecting on the monk's words and observing nature. He saw how the stream's flow brought life to its surroundings, asking nothing in return. Gradually, he came to understand that true compassion lies in alleviating suffering and bringing joy without any hidden motives. This realization began to transform his perception of love, showing him how to give freely, unburdened by the need for reciprocation. The monk's next lesson centered on freedom, challenging the seeker's deeply ingrained belief that love meant holding on tightly. The monk shared a parable of two travelers who encountered a beautiful bird. One traveler, captivated by its song, captured it in a cage, believing he could better enjoy its beauty. Over time, the bird's spirit faded and its song grew silent. The other traveler, however, admired the bird from afar, allowing it to sing freely among the trees. Its melodies remained vibrant, and its spirit soared. Love, the monk explained, is like the second traveler's approach. It does not confine or control but honors the other's path, even if it leads them away. True love respects autonomy and finds joy in the other's freedom. The seeker, deeply moved by the story, began to reflect on his own attachments. He realized that his idea of love had been entangled with fear of loss, rejection, and loneliness. By clinging to those he loved, he had inadvertently stifled their spirit. Inspired by the monk's wisdom, he resolved to practice love that was rooted in compassion and freedom. Through days of reflection and guidance, the seeker transformed his understanding of love. No longer did he seek to possess or control. Instead, he embraced a love that uplifted others and allowed them to thrive. In doing so, he discovered a profound sense of peace within himself, unshackled from the chains of attachment. Section 3. Reflections on compassion and freedom. True compassion begins with the courage to see others as they truly are. It requires us to move beyond the lens of our own projections and expectations, embracing their authentic selves. The monk's teachings remind us that compassion is not pity, but a profound desire to alleviate suffering and celebrate joy. It's about stepping into another's world, understanding their struggles and triumphs, and offering a presence that heals and uplifts. Mindfulness is the key that unlocks the door to such connections. By practicing mindfulness, we quiet the noise of our ego and allow ourselves to engage deeply with others. This attentiveness fosters an authentic connection, where love becomes an act of giving rather than taking. Freedom in love, on the other hand, is a testament to our trust and strength. To honor another's individuality and path is to relinquish the need for control. This aspect of love is not about detachment, but about releasing the chains of possessiveness and fear. It acknowledges the impermanence of relationships and cherishes the present moment for what it is: a shared space of growth and connection. Compassion and freedom are two sides of the same coin, creating a harmony that sustains true love. Without compassion, freedom may feel cold and detached. Without freedom, compassion risks becoming stifling and overwhelming. Together, they form the foundation of relationships that empower and endure. Consider the delicate balance of a parent raising a child. Compassion guides the parent to nurture, protect, and provide, while freedom allows the child to explore, make mistakes, and grow into their own person. This dynamic showcases how love can empower, rather than constrain, creating a relationship built on trust and mutual respect. In romantic connections, these principles shine just as brightly. Compassion nurtures empathy, helping partners understand and support each other's needs. Freedom ensures that both individuals maintain their autonomy, fostering an environment where personal growth and mutual respect flourish. Together, these elements create a bond that is both meaningful and enduring. The interplay of compassion and freedom teaches us that love is not about possession, but about partnership. It invites us to be both a source of strength and a space of safety for those we love. By embracing these principles, we not only transform our relationships, but also discover a deeper, more fulfilling way of loving. Section 4. Love as a dynamic practice. True love is not a static emotion. It is a living practice, shaped by continuous effort and self-reflection. As illustrated by the seeker's journey, love requires inner growth before it can radiate outward. Compassion and freedom, the twin pillars of love, must first be cultivated within ourselves. Zen and Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of loving kindness, metta, directed inward. By showing compassion to ourselves, we create the foundation to extend that same compassion to others. This begins with accepting our imperfections, embracing our struggles, and granting ourselves the freedom to grow and evolve. Fear often stands as a barrier to authentic love. Whether it is the fear of loss, rejection, or loneliness, such emotions can drive us to cling to relationships, mistaking control for connection. By confronting these fears and embracing the impermanence of life, we learn to value love as it exists in the present moment. This shift in perspective allows us to cherish each fleeting moment without being paralyzed by its potential end. Love as a practice invites us to actively nurture our relationships through mindfulness. It challenges us to listen deeply, act selflessly, and create spaces where those we care for feel free to be their truest selves. Through this ongoing practice, love transforms from a fleeting emotion into a powerful force for growth and connection. In practical terms, mindfulness can take the form of fully listening when a loved one speaks, without judgment or interruption. It could be the effort to support their dreams, even when they diverge from our own desires. By consciously choosing to prioritize the happiness and growth of others, we break free from patterns of self-centeredness, opening the door to deeper connections. Consider the seeker's realization. Before he could offer compassion and freedom to others, he needed to understand and embody these qualities himself. His journey teaches us that by cultivating inner peace and self-awareness, we can approach our relationships with authenticity and grace. Ultimately, love as a practice reminds us that relationships are not defined by perfection, but by the willingness to grow together. This dynamic approach to love ensures that it remains vibrant, adaptable, and deeply fulfilling. By embracing love as a journey rather than a destination, we allow it to continuously transform and enrich our lives. Section 5. Stories that illuminate love's depths. In a bustling village, an ancient tree stood at the heart of the community. It offered shade to weary travelers, fruit to the hungry, and shelter to countless birds. Despite being scarred and weathered by the years, the tree gave selflessly, never asking for anything in return. This tale embodies the essence of compassion, showing how acts of selfless giving can transform lives and bring light to even the darkest corners of existence. Another story speaks of a man captivated by the beauty of a butterfly. Enchanted, he captured it in a net, hoping to keep its vibrant colors and delicate wings close forever. But as days passed, the butterfly's colors faded and its spirit grew dim. Realizing his mistake, the man released it, and as it flew freely into the sunlight, its vibrancy returned. This tale highlights the importance of freedom in love, how releasing control allows love to flourish and thrive. In a third tale, a traveler arrived at a village during a harsh winter. He noticed an elderly woman quietly knitting scarves by the fire and distributing them to the cold and needy. When asked why she spent her days this way, she replied, "Because warmth is not just for the body, but for the soul." Her compassion lit a spark in the hearts of others, inspiring them to join her efforts, spreading kindness and care throughout the community. This story underscores how simple acts of love can ripple outward, transforming not only individuals but entire communities. These stories remind us that love is not about taking or holding, but about giving and letting go. Compassion enables us to nurture others with kindness, while freedom allows them to soar and fulfill their potential. Together, they reveal the profound depth and transformative power of love when practiced with selflessness and trust. Through the lens of these stories, we are invited to reflect on our own expressions of love. Are we like the ancient tree, offering without expectation? Or do we sometimes cling too tightly, as the man with the butterfly, forgetting that true beauty lies in freedom? Are we willing to ignite kindness in others, like the woman with her scarves? By embodying these lessons, we can foster relationships that are not only meaningful, but also enduring and inspiring. As we reflect on the teachings of Zen in Buddhism, a profound realization emerges. True love is not about what we gain, but what we give. It is not about holding on, but about letting go. This love, rooted in compassion and freedom, invites us to connect with others in ways that are meaningful, selfless, and transformative. Imagine a world where every act of love uplifts rather than confines, where every connection is a sanctuary of trust and respect. Such a vision is not utopian, It is achievable when we practice love that transcends attachment. By embracing the lessons of the flowing river, the unwavering tree, and the soaring bird, we can foster relationships that empower and inspire. As you go forth, carry these teachings in your heart. Reflect on how you can embody compassion and freedom in your own life. Whether through a kind word, a selfless act, or simply allowing someone the space to grow, let your love be a beacon of hope and liberation. The journey of love is not a destination, but a practice, one that enriches our lives and the lives of those around us. In the words of the Buddha, in the end, only three things matter: how much you loved, how gently you lived, and how gracefully you let go of things not meant for you. May your love be a source of light, not only for those you hold dear, but for all beings. Let it ripple outward, transforming the world one compassionate act at a time. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of love's true essence. Until next time, may you find peace, joy, and boundless love on your journey.